Welcome back. Okay, let's take a look at our next mission, shall we? It looks like a drop off. I take something from here and I drop it off someplace else.
To
Courier
reach your new
mission.
agents, you will need to jump through multiple stargates before arriving at your destination. Use the Set Destination command to guide you along the correct route and then dock at the station where they are located.
Okay. Yeah, like I was saying in the last episode, I am definitely feeling these missions more so than the others. Your normal kill wolves. I feel like I'm more part of the storyline, so to speak, than with the others. And maybe it's just because, I was ready for a change. But this game is very polished. It's an older game because it's been out since 2004, I believe, 2005. It's older than WoW, and the learning curve is steep. I will tell you that it's a steep learning curve, but that's because the game is so immense and it's deep and it's not you actually they don't handhold you through the game like with these tutorials. They teach you what you need to know, and then just like a bird, they kick you out the nest and you've got to do for yourself. I have no problem with that. What is this thing? So I'm definitely feeling this change. Now there is a lot of, well, I wouldn't say there's a lot of controversy going on right now within the Eve world. There is a controversy because when Incarna launched, people were not particularly thrilled with Incarna. Now keep in mind, if you've been playing a game for years, it's understandable because people, for the most part, don't like change. They don't embrace change. So if you're used to having the old way of being in, you didn't see all of this. All you saw was a screen with your capsule. I mean, that's, like all you saw, or your ship. And it was you get used to it. And for a lot of people, their computers could not handle the graphics because I'm not going to say that all of the computers were outdated. I'm not having any problems with it whatsoever, but some people were saying that their graphics cards just chewed through it. They felt that it was a waste of space and they don't really want to see their character walking around. But in the grand scheme of things, if you were to compare Eve to a modern day MMO, not being able to see your tune, not being able to walk around, not being able to see other tunes, really? That's like using a typewriter instead of a computer. Or, the old fashioned cell phones that were like bricks. Games evolve, and it's ridiculous that it took this long for you to be able to see in my opinion. And not to say that CCP, the makers of this game, are bad developers or anything, because they had a goal, and their goal was to launch these changes around the time that Dust, the PC or the PS3 game that's going to interact with Eve, which, keep in mind, I don't think has ever been done before, where a console game interacts with like an MMO. Like in my Eve game, I can hire an assassin in Dust and they come into my world and kill them. I mean, I don't recall anything like that. Correct me if I'm wrong. But it's time. It's past due time to be able to walk around and interact and see things. I mean, this world is huge, and the only thing you saw the majority of the time was this one small area. So I'm glad that they gave you a little, captain's quarters, and then from your captain quarters you'll be able to walk around and see other people. I think that's great. A lot of people don't think so because they've been playing it the old way and they liked it that way. They also did not like the microtransactions. And the thing that really set them off is a monocle, you think that covers your eye. I guess had a cost of $40, $50 or something like that. Now, to me, CCP kept their word so far and said that, I guess CCP said that they were going to make microtransactions be anything that would hurt the market, because Eve is very market driven, the economy in the game. Similar to, WoW or, Rift, where you have your auction houses. Well, here you have a market, and you do you buy, when you buy a ship, you buy it from a person that made it. Okay, similar to that. Whereas in World of Warcraft, you can buy a mount from an NPC. So in Eve, it's much, much more user dependent. So this monocle is like 40, $50. To me, if somebody wants to pay 40, $50 for a monocle thing that, if you die in your ship, disappears, I don't care. It's none of my business. I'm not going to play God with somebody else's games. To me, the market for these microtransactions will settle itself simply if players buy it or not. Some people bought them, and the players were so pissed off that they put hits out on these people because they bought monocles. It's ridiculous. And I was like, really? And supposedly an internal newsletter leaked where CCP was talking about putting ships as a microtransaction. Another thing that I don't have a problem with, because CCP is not stupid. Contrary to popular belief, they're not going to do something that causes their game to tank. I mean, like that. And this internal letter leaked, and basically they were like, we were having a conversation about it. Big whoop. And to me, especially with my, I deal with businesses, it is big whoop. Are you trying to say they can't even talk about it? That letter should not have been leaked. Whoever leaked it should be fired. It's really that simple, because it caused all this brouhaha. And so what you see, the green check marks, everything's done. So what ended up happening is that people got, like extremely pissed off, and they started a walkout. And they're like, I'm unsubscribing, I'm unsubscribing.
I've relayed more information about the courses available to your Neocom. Each course is designed to let you try out various activities without any long-term commitment. You are free to take these courses in any order, so start with whatever interests you most.
Sweet. I feel like I've graduated from, like from high school, from kindergarten to first grade. Let's see. What one do I want? Okay, let me decide what it is I want here, and I will be right. Okay, welcome back. I'm gonna go for industry. I want to make some money, so I can get ships and fittings and stuff that I need. So let's see. Wow, look at the payout on this. Holy crap. Almost 200,000 crap. Wow. Okay, let's do this. I have to go and get some materials. I have to mine. And what I'm seeing so far is Aura's not talking. Yeah, I noticed that one real quick. And this is how the tutorial used to be all the way throughout. So I need my miner, my mining fitting there, so that I can mine. And let's do this. So yeah, what I was saying is they're upset, and this internal letter was leaked about the possibility of ships getting in the game, and this game is very dependent on not microtransactions, the market more so than other games. And again, to me, it's like, really, this is, what you're upset about? Only because I don't think that CCP would release a ship that would dog, what a player could create. I could see them giving a ship that somebody could buy, similar to the Spectral Pony that I just got through talking about in a previous video. Best $25 I ever spent. Fuck anybody that doesn't like the fact that I spent it. Ask me if I care. To me, it enhanced my gaming experience. I love that little spectral horse, and there's a whole bunch of them floating around. And now, you don't see them as much, because eventually, what you do is you outgrow that horse, and by outgrow, I mean you can get a better mount, or you just get sick of looking at that mount and you get another mount. So I think that they let their emotions get the best of them, because what CCP talks about internally does not equal what they'll actually do. And I think that they, really took it out of control. Actually, they remind me of WoW players. And I know what's going to happen. These people are going to, oh, that's what I was saying. They've gotten this thread, and they're saying, I'm unsubscribing this many accounts and that many accounts, and they're trying to force change by quitting the game. Now, most of these people still have active subscriptions, but they're saying that they won't renew them. Now, I think they're going to get a rude awakening, because unless they're willing to quit playing MMOs completely, there is no game like this. There's another one, I forget the name of it, that's similar to this, but it's very new. It's less than 6 months old, and what they're experiencing is simply an evolution. And that game is also based on Eve. It's time-based. But I don't think they'll be happy there either, because microtransactions are a part of gaming. That's the way it is. And the only thing that they're suffering is that CCP has been behind the ball, innovation wise, for quite some time. The time that they spent innovating to be where everybody else is in the game, they put their focus in on creating a very deep game. I have no problem with that, but to think that there's not going to be any microtransactions, to force a company to say they will never put ships in as a microtransaction, no, you don't get to tell a company how they should be. The whole point in having a company is for you to be able to do what you want to do. And if a person or a customer doesn't like it, bye. There's the door, unsubscribe, and don't whine and complain and cry. Just get the fuck out. I mean, did I make a big deal when I quit WoW? No, I just quit. Hell, I mean, But here's the part that's really cracking me up as a new player. I'm going to be straight up honest about this. Remember how I said that training is time-based? So all these old guard leaving are making it a hell of a lot better for me as a new player. So, yeah, I may struggle a little bit. I may have to, mine a little extra harder and work a little harder to make money so that I can make my own ships and whatnot, because there's not as many people in the game making them. But Eve is a safer place if there's a whole bunch of newer people. I'll give you that. So, yeah, I think that the drama that's going on here, because I'm coming from other MMOs, I understand it's not shit. It's not shit. It just isn't. I'm sorry. You're going to find, they will find out if they go to another MMO. And I almost feel sorry for them, because a lot of them are jumping to that other Eve-based MMO that I can't think of the name of right now. Eve-themed. It's inspired by Eve. And they're going to get their feelings hurt, because microtransactions is too much of a revenue boom for a gaming punk company to ignore it. It just is what it is. So I know I don't have a problem with ships being in there as long. I would never try to force a company to say they're never going to do something, but I think that just like the spectral horse, and here's the thing, didn't I just get some free ships in the tutorial? Did the world end? Did the economy fall out? No, and that was free. There goes their theory. So anyway, I finished another mission. Yay! And I'm probably gonna get chewed up and killed. Ugh, okay. I'm turning this in, and I will see you in the next one.